Hi, this is Dr. Samantha Sweeney, and this is Just for Fun Fridays, your weekly dose of how to infuse diversity into your life and the life of your kids. So I'm really excited to share this week's items with you because it is a book, and I am just a total and complete book junkie. I love reading with my kids, and I'm really excited to share this week's item with you. So the book is called Last Stop on Market Street by Matt De La Pena and Christian Robinson. And it is just such an incredible book. I think that you're really going to enjoy it. So Amazon recommends this book for ages 3 to 5, and consequently my kids are ages 3 to 5. And when I read this book with them, they really loved it. The 3-year-old really loved looking at the pictures. The 5-year-old was able to talk about some more like nuance and different parts of the story. So I think that 3 to 5 is a good starting point. If you want to go a little bit younger with younger kids, I highly recommend that. Then go ahead and do that. Or if you want to go older, because I'm really a firm believer that you keep reading to your kids until they tell you to stop. So if your kid is 6, 7, even 8, 9, 10, keep reading to them if they want to snuggle up with you. So this book, what does it have to do with diversity, right? Because that's what we're talking about here, how these books kind of infuse diversity into our lives. So there are just so many different themes in this book that have to do with diversity. Race and ethnicity is definitely one of them. You see people with different colors, different skin colors, different facial features. So there's a lot of that as well. You also see class and socioeconomic status. And the way that it's introduced in more subtle ways, and it's introduced in much more obvious ways. So it's really good for both older and younger children. Another theme that's introduced is body diversity. And I struggled a little bit with figuring out how exactly to say this, because it's not just someone's like size and shape and kind of what their actual body looks like, but also self-expression. So how they show who they are through their body. And that's another major theme as well. And then ability and disability is a theme throughout the book as well. You see people with different physical disabilities, and those people are talked about in a way that's really beautiful and really inclusive. And it's a great way to kind of start that conversation with your kids. So on all our Just for Fun items, I rate them on a scale of 0 to 5. And this one is without a doubt a 5. I mean, there are just so many different themes and ways to have conversations and questions to ask your kids. I really think that every single time you read this book, you'll have another question, another thing to comment on with your children. So that's it for this week's Just for Fun Friday. I really hope that it inspires you to go out and get this book from the library if it's available, because it's extremely popular. Or you can head to the website www.culturallycompetentkids.com, and there's a link to get this book if you want to add it to your collection permanently. Also on the blog, there is a link to a review of this book. So the different things that we've talked about. So the age range, the different diversity themes, some questions that you might want to ask your kids or comments that you might want to say while you're reading the book, and also ways to continue the conversation. Because remember, it's important to have fun with diversity and to infuse it into your life, but it's also fun to continue the conversation and have more difficult and harder conversations as well. It can't just stop with one book. So I hope you enjoyed this week's Just for Fun Friday, and I'll see you next week on another item that's just for fun. Thanks for joining us for another Just for Fun Friday. I hope that you enjoyed it and it inspired you to go out there this weekend and have even more fun with your kids. I've created something that I'm really excited to share with you, and I think you're really going to love. I've compiled this amazing book list of all different diverse books. It has different characters, different storylines, and I think you're really going to love it. It's for kids of all ages, from babies, yes, babies, all the way up to young adults. So in order to get it, go to www.culturallycompetentkids.com. Sign up for the newsletter, and it'll be sent straight to you right away, right to your inbox. You can use it for all sorts of things. You can use it for learning time, you can use it for literacy time, or just fun snuggle time with your kids. So sign up, enjoy it, and I'll see you next week for another Just for Fun Friday.